Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is, I probably don't even need this. I'm one of 5, so I'm like used to yelling all the time. Yeah. Can you, everybody hear me? So my name is Cheryl Bambry. On behalf of Sheriff Patrick McDermott, I'd like to thank you for letting me join you today to tell you about all the free programs that we have for older adults these days. I've been at the Sheriff's Office for about 29 years. I know, a long time. And when I worked inside as a correctional officer for 5 years, and then the sheriff at the time, Michael Bellotti, decided to do some senior programming. And he said, do you want to stay with the inmates or would you rather work with the older adults? And I was like, I don't know. So I decided that I'm going to try this out. And I ended up, just having a great time with it. I love all the programs that we offer. I'm just going to go through the different programs that we have. And I have a few handouts for you guys. This is a beautiful center. How old is this center? 7. Okay, so that dates me because I haven't been here in 7 years then. The last time I was in Wellesley, I was at a center that had a big stage and it was like in a schoolhouse. It was a community center like near a highway or something? Okay, well, I'm kind of remiss then of not being out here. I apologize. But this is great. I should have packed a snack. I came from Quincy. It's like driving to Kansas for me. I was like, what the? Okay, so the first program I'm going to tell you about is what you have in your hand. It's called the Are You OK program. And that program started about 25 years ago. I've been doing that program for 25 years. It's an absolutely free program that the only thing you need to do is to have a telephone to be on it. Right now we're calling about 150 seniors a day. It's computer generated, but I monitor every call so I can hear if you're okay or if you're not okay. Now, do you guys, I'm sure you watch the news. Did anybody see me on the news? Oh, come on. Oh, you did. There we go. One person of all you.
Her job is with the Norfolk County Sheriff's Office, but really doing the work each day, Officer Cheryl Bambry is more like an angel to the people she helps.
A lot of them have outlived their family and friends, and they don't have anybody. And this is the only call they may get all day, all week.
Are You OK is a free check-in call program for people who live alone in Norfolk County. It's automated, but Officer Bambry is listening. So if no one responds, she personally keeps calling, like she did with an 80-year-old Canton woman Thursday morning.
I said, are you okay? And she said, no, I'm not. I fell. I don't know how it happened. I believe I was coming at the bottom of the stairs. She said, I don't know if I hit my head or not, but I know I hurt my shoulder and I cannot get up.
Within minutes, Officer Bambry had Canton police and firefighters on the way, and she kept that woman feeling calm and cared for.
She said to me on the phone, when I was talking to her this morning while we were waiting for the police, I knew you were going to call. I knew that you were going to call me. So, yes, we've had 2 saves, and what a save is someone that's been helped in a life-threatening condition. We had one in January and we had one in September. So the one in September, the woman didn't answer her daily call. So I kept trying her. On the 4th try of me trying to get in touch with her, she picked up and she said, Cheryl, I'm not okay. And I said, okay, what happened? What's going on? She said, I tripped down the stairs and I banged my head and I hurt my arm, but I don't know what to do. Like, she was a little bit confused. So I said, okay, well, how about, we just get you up and, we'll call your daughter to come by and just check on you. Well, I don't want to bother her. I said, okay, how is your head feeling? She said, it's hurting. I said, well, how about we call the ambulance just to come do a once over? Well, she agreed to that, which was nice. And they went and she had dislocated her shoulder. But she was okay from then on in. She had to go to rehab for a couple of days. But the reason why I'm telling you this, I'm not here to scare you by any means. I'm just telling you that it's a free program, and you never know when you're going to fall. And it's very, very flexible. So we call Monday through Friday. We call between the hours of 6 and 10. You pick the time that you want to be called. And normally I suggest when you're up and getting settled. I don't want anybody running for the phone and trying to answer it and have a chance that they may fall or something. But someone said, well, what if I go out? What if I decide that morning I want to go out? Well, all you have to do is just call our toll-free number and say, this is Mary Smith. I'm not going to be home today. Don't call me, and we won't. Today I was in Avon doing something with the seniors over there, and I had a girl covering the program for me. And she had one of the seniors say, I'm not okay. So she called her back, and she said that she had gone to dinner last night, and she was violently ill. Like, she was just not good. She's like, I just feel really weak. I can't get out of my chair. I don't know what to do. So Kara, the girl that I work with, said, I'm going to call your neighbor because we have a contact list, and have the neighbor come sit with you, and maybe we should call 911 and have them come just, check you out. Because I think she probably was dehydrated. We never consider ourselves to be medical professionals, but we're going to nudge you in the way of safety first. That's why we're here. We do safety and security. That's what we're supposed to do. So, yes?
Do they have to give you permission to call 911?
No, they...
Or can you lie and say, wait a minute, loud?
No, well, if they say that they're not okay, then I'll talk with them, and we'll I can't really determine whether they're not. I'll say, I can call for you, or would you like me to call someone? But if they say I fell and I hit my head, or I fell and I'm bleeding, then I kind of nudge them more in the direction that, maybe we should call someone to check you out first. And in the meantime, I'll call a family member or friend or neighbor. And that's what we do. When you sign up, it takes 5 minutes to sign up. All you need to do is provide me with 3 contact or 2 contact people. But then we have people that don't have anybody. They've already outlived their family and friends, and they don't have anybody else. So if they don't answer their phone and they need help, then we call the police. But a lot of people are afraid that the police are going to come and kick their door down. That's not what's going to happen. The police are called as a last resort. We try to solve the problem before them, but if you're in a medical issue, a medical crisis, then that's when we would call 911. So if someone doesn't answer within a half an hour, they don't answer at all, their contacts don't know where they are, I don't know that Joe Smith is down at McDonald's, because I do have a man named Joe Smith who does go to McDonald's, and I'll just call down there because I know them. And they'll say, yeah, he's having coffee, but he must have forgot. So it's okay. Then that's when I call the police and do the well-being check. And to date, we've saved or assisted over 300 seniors that have not answered their call or have been in need of help. The other woman did not answer her call. I'm trying to think of the last woman that didn't answer her call. So I called her neighbor, who was also on the program, and I said, Anna, can you go check on Mary? Because she's not answering her call. And luckily she lived across the hall, so she went over, and as she was walking over, she could hear her yelling, help me, I can't get up, I can't get to my phone. So the woman had fallen. So, and like I said, I'm not here to scare you, I'm just here to let you know that there are programs out there that are free, and people say, well, I have the Lifeline. The Lifeline's great to have, but if you're unconscious, you can't press it. But if people say they have it, I say even better. Then you have 2 things that are going to help you. And it not only makes you feel safe, but it reassures your family and friends that you're going to be checked on and that you're okay. Some people just have it 3 days a week. Some people have it 2 days a week. I have one woman who has it 1 day a week on a Wednesday, and I'm like, that's not good news. What if you fell Wednesday after your call? Then you're going to be there, 7 days. But I'm just there to answer the calls and to check on them. And it works both ways. A lot of times I get calls from people that say to me, my mom didn't answer today. Did she answer for you? And I'll say, oh, she did. She was going on a field trip down to Foxwoods with all your savings and your inheritance. She's going to spend it on you. So it does work both ways. A couple of times I've had people say, your mom's not answering, and she always does. You get to know these people after you've been doing it as long as I have, and the other girls do too. And you just kind of get a feeling that it's just not right. So, you check and you call with the family. I talked to her last night. She's fine. I know she's fine. Well, she wasn't fine because she had trouble breathing and she couldn't get out of bed. Things like that. And I don't judge. I just call and I say, this is what's going on. You might want to head to this hospital. That's where she chose to go, or, in a situation like that. So that is the Are You OK program. And I've worked with, probably over all the years I've been doing it, over 5,000 seniors. In Norfolk County alone, yes.
What's the protocol if you do call the police? Will they just knock on the door or something?
Yes, so when the police, good question, thank you. When the police come, what they do is first they just, look around to make sure that there is like mail's not piled up, or like if you have a car, I give them that information. He drives a Chevy van. The van's not there, then they're kind of gonna assume that you're not there, but they also will check. And on the application that you will be filling out, or that I fill out over the phone for you, it asks if there's a hidden key somewhere, or does a neighbor or friend have a key? And then we contact them to go open the door if they have to, and to get in. But when the police get there, they don't like to do forced entry, and that's always a little bit shaky for me because I'm not really sure of what a lot of the houses look like, how they do that. But they go there and then they take it from there. Once the police are notified, they go there, they go on scene, they let me know what's going on. They'll say, oh yeah, she didn't have her hearing aids in, she's okay, or, oh, they were out in the backyard gardening, something like that. And it happens. We all have those moments where we forget to do something, right? Like we forget to let you know. And it's not a big deal to me. It's not at all, but if I don't talk to you or know where you are within a half an hour, then I can't assume or take anything for granted. I have to make sure that you're okay. And a lot of times, I have a woman that answered, she's got 6 children, and they were all down in the Florida Keys. I remember she was telling me, and her 3 boys were on a fishing trip, and she didn't sound good. Just when she answered, she just was coughing, and she just sounded horrible. And I said, are you okay? And she said, no. She said, I haven't had heat for 3 days in January. And I said, oh, well, why didn't you have it fixed? She said, and I said, oh my gosh, your 3 boys are on vacation, and I don't know, where the other 3, I didn't have their information. And so I called the senior center, and they went over and got her, and they brought her to the hospital where they warmed her up. But I said, Jenny, why didn't you call the oil company? And she said, I did. I kept calling Atlas, 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 Atlas. It was a liquor store in her town, Atlas Liquors. So she kept calling the liquor store by mistake. She didn't call the heating company. There was an Atlas liquor store and an Atlas oil company. The poor thing, but she was okay. She ended up being okay. So that's the Are You OK program. And if you have any questions as I'm going along, you can just put your hand up and I will answer them as we go. Another program we have is the File of Life program. Have you guys seen these? Some of you have seen them, some of you haven't. Okay, so these are a great asset to have. They fit in a gentleman's wallet, and these you just fill out in pencil with your medical information. And when a first responder, police, fire, first responder see this, they know that your medical information is in here, and it has, if you're allergic to a certain med, what kind of conditions you may have, a healthcare proxy. So this is a great, a lot of people want these, and we just restocked. We just got a bunch, so I'm going to leave some here, and if you need one for a friend or something. But fill it out in pencil. A lot of people take it home and never fill it out. I had a woman come last week, and she said to me, I need a new one. And she picked it up and showed me. The bigger ones have magnets on the back, so you can hang them on your refrigerator. So she picked it up and showed me, and she had her grandchildren's pictures in the front. I said, oh, where is your medical card? She said, oh, I don't know, but I just need another one of these for the kids' pictures. I was like, oh, come on. That is not. So the first responders are going to come, and they're like, oh, okay, well, that's not the picture of the, that's not the File of Life. So these are great to have, to put on your refrigerator. We had actually a doctor in Wellesley use this. A doctor in Wellesley, a few Easters ago, had a party, and he had guests over, and he fainted, and no one knew what was going on with him. But when the EMTs came in, they saw this on his refrigerator, and he was a diabetic. So they knew exactly what to do in that situation. And a lot of places now, when the seniors go out, this is used as their pass to get on the bus. So if they don't have this, they can't get on the bus to go on a day trip or anything like that. So this fits in a woman's purse, and it fits in a gentleman's wallet. And this goes on the refrigerator, and I have plenty here. And you can take them as you go, and I can hand them out to you. We also have another program that's similar to that, and that's the Yellow Dot program. Anyone familiar with the Yellow Dot program? Okay, great. Oh, good. Have I met you before? Because I don't do a lot of these programs out here. So the Yellow Dot is similar to the File of Life, but the Yellow Dot goes in your car. So this is my mother, everybody, 88 years old, God love her. So she, so this is what, the reason why we put a picture here is because if you're in an accident, we know who the person is that's driving the car or who this information belongs to. So what happens is, when you own a vehicle and you're still driving, you take, this is the same information as the file of life, your medical information, healthcare proxy, and you take the yellow dot and you are going to stick this on the back driver's side windshield of your car. This is the yellow dot. So if you are in a car accident and the police or fire, ambulance, whoever rolls up on you sees this, they're going to know that this envelope is in your glove compartment, because that's where it goes. They're going to know who you are with the picture of you on the front, and they're going to take the medical, steps that are necessary at the time. After an accident, there's something called the golden hour, and that golden hour is the chance between life and death that they can save you if you're in a really severe accident. So the yellow dot is a great program to have. It's a nationally known program, but in Norfolk County, we're the only people that have it. I mean, I'm getting calls from everywhere. I haven't got a call from Martha's Vineyard or Nantucket yet to go train them on how to use this program. But it's a great program. It's another program that nobody else has, and I can come out here and do it. It takes 10 minutes to go over it, and I take your picture, and I show you where to put this on your car. Someone said to me, doesn't that target us as an older adult or as a senior? Well, there's a section on here where it says seniors on the bottom. You can just cut that off and no one would know the difference. Or you can cross it off in a market. Yeah, I have people, it's so funny doing these programs for so many years. I have a gentleman that say, well, I have a motorcycle with a sidecar. Can I put it on that? And I was like, are you for real? And he was like, yes, I do. I drive it around the development or something. And I was like, I never had that question, but I'm sure you can put that yellow dot on the car and they would see it.
What sort of information is in the envelope?
It's the same information that's on the file of life. So this is personal information, emergency contact, and this is a little sheet that tells you exactly how to do this. Recent surgeries, medications, because a lot of times medication can cause you to get into an accident or something like that. Any surgeries you may have. So me, I'm on a blood thinner, and they're going to see tons of blood. So they'll be like, wow, she's really hurt, but it's pretty much because I'm on the blood thinner, something like that. But this is a great program. So when I do this, I usually limit it to about 12 people because I bring someone else with me.
What this program is today is the yellow dot program.
Yes, and this is
So you've got a bunch of those?
So I don't have a bunch of these with me today because this is to more tell you about all of the programs, but to focus on this a lot. So I can come back. I was going to talk.
Today's session is the yellow dot program.
Yes. Okay. So I don't know what I have in my car. Oh, yeah. But I was pretty much. I said I would cover this program when I came here with all of the other programs. So. I'm sorry? Maybe there was a miscommunication, but I was going to cover this program. I can look in my car and see if I have the folders and everything for it. But so this was, I was just going to tell you, and then I was going to come back out and do the program. I can do it again.
Because you have to take the picture?
Because I have to take the picture, yes. Because I have to take the picture. Or I can take all the pictures, I can go back to my office and print them and bring them out tomorrow if that's what you'd like to do. And with the envelope, so that actually not tomorrow, I could probably come out on Wednesday. Yeah, I could take all the pictures today, I'll print them out at my office tomorrow. Whoever's interested, whoever drives, and I can get them back out here and give you the envelopes, we'll stick them on and put your names on them. So that's not actually an issue at all. But it's just, I was just coming out here more or less to tell you all about all of the programs, and I was going to mention the area. Okay, so maybe a little miscommunication. So I can do that today. The other program we have is, we have these seatbelts. You may know someone that has autism, and this is like a grandchild or for a family member that you may know. And this is a seatbelt cover. So if you have them in the car, sometimes they try to approach the person in the car that's with you if you're in an accident or something like that and have conversation, but a lot of people, my niece is nonverbal. They can't communicate, or sometimes they get aggressive and they won't know. So this is a great thing to have if you have grandchildren or someone that you may know that has autism. It says, I may resist help. So this is great to have. We also have a program, I do fall prevention. We go out, I come out and we talk about falls, how to get up from a fall, how to prevent a fall, reasons why we fall. So that's another program that we do. We do a YES program that I actually did this morning, where we bring the students of the nearest high school out that will do talk tech and teach you how to use your phones if you need if you have problems with it. And the students come out and do that like once a week, and I think you may already have that there. I think so, yes. And then we do a Youth in Valor program where the students go out and they work with the seniors that have served our country, and they do an essay on them, which is really nice. And then we have a nice veterans luncheon, and the students read the essays from meeting with the veteran that they spoke with. So that's also another program that we do.
So is that like, this week we're going to do Wellesley, next week we're going to do Newton, and the lecture is in Newton or the Wellesley or whatever the place is?
No, it's usually like we do it at the high school. So we'll do it at the school. Like, so right now I'm working with Archbishop Williams in Braintree. So we're going to have the interviews next week. A month later, we'll have the luncheon, and we'll do it at the school with the veterans and the students and their families. So that's another great program that we do. A lot of people these days are afflicted with or know someone that has Alzheimer's. So we also have a card that we can give you that you can keep on your person. Everything is jammed in here. So let me just see. Fall prevention. Where is it? These are all little prizes that I'm going to give you when I'm done, that are making all this noise. So these are cards that you can keep on your person. And if you know someone that has Alzheimer's, or you take them anywhere, you go to dinner, a lot of times the people that work there, the servers or the managers, we usually hand out one of these cards to them. We had a gentleman that I work with, and he took his uncle to lunch, and his uncle has Alzheimer's. And he said, I'll be right back, I'm going to the bathroom. He went to the bathroom, and when he came back, he couldn't find his uncle. His uncle had wandered into the bar area, and a bunch of guys were just being friendly, but kidding around with him and chatting with him, and they wanted to buy him a drink. And, you know, my friend at work, like, got all upset and nervous, but he said, you know, if he had something like this that said, the person I am with has dementia, they may need a little help and a bit of patience. So that's also good for the server when they come, just, you know, so they don't keep asking them what do they want to eat. Because with Alzheimer's, we try to tell them that, oh, you like the roast beef, that's what you're going to have today, something like that. So that is, these are the dementia cards that we have that you can take, and you can give them to anybody that you may know that has dementia. These are great to have. We go to a lot of memory cafes with those, sorry. And frauds and scams, one of the biggest topics that we do today is we come out and we talk about all the different frauds and scams that are going on, how to identify one, the trigger points that they use to lure you in, to help you, you know, to have you fall for a scam, you know, which ones are, how to look for it. And I always say, you know, with these, it's a gut feeling, you know, when you're in your gut, if it's not right, if it's too good to be true, then it normally is. And they're always promising you it's always a problem or a prize. There's a problem with your bank account, we need to reset your PIN, or you just want a prize, and if you don't just, you know, decide right now whether you want it or not, then you're not going to win it. So we do a whole half hour on frauds and scams. So that's another program we do. So we do a lot of programs, and like I said, every single one of them are free. And if they're not for you, they may be for somebody that you know. So does anybody have any questions on any of the programs? Sure. Are
you relying on federal funding for any of these?
No, nope. We're, like right now, we're a state, so we just, you know, we do everything is in-house. Everything that we do is in-house. Okay. Yeah, sure. And do you still drive? Because if you want, I could take your picture for the, okay, and then I'll do it for the yellow dot. So hold on. Do you want me? Okay. Anybody else have more questions for any of these programs? I know I covered a lot, and I covered them pretty fast, but I want to make sure I get all your pictures taken so that I can get the yellow dots set up, you know. No, nobody has any questions? Wow. Okay. Well, so I brought brochures. I have all these on all the programs that we do. You can always call us, and I'll set some things up with Kevin to come back out and do like what you're interested in. I can come out and do the frauds and scams. I can do talk more about fall prevention or anything like that that you may need.